welcome back to Rottumer Island. We're rolling the R's again. So, we have tedded, windrowed, and now we are baling our hay, and it's so cool seeing the young beefstock in the pasture next to us, frolicking around. So, the plan for today, not sure. Get the baling done. Start that bit again. So we'll get the baling done. Clear the field. We need to weed our soybean and our corn fields. So we'll have to get ourselves a weeder. But we might just lease one, potentially. I think is going to be the best option. But yeah, we're making a decent amount of bales. We're doing 150, so going to look at a decent rate. But yeah, it's not too shabby at all. We've got the John Deere on the trailer ready, so we might load them up manually, maybe. We'll see. See how I'm feeling. I mean, we probably could just run them to the shed, to be fair. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we get on. Right, I'll push on, and I'll catch you in a little minute. Last pass with the baler, and we've got 14 bales off of that field, which is not too shabby at all. So we'll get this. We can't go out that way, can we? Silly boy. Silly boy. So we'll get this put away in the shed. Need to move the fence at some point, but first things first, let's tuck this away in here. I did give the I'd say driving lessons. I did give some more hay to the beef stock. Used some more bales for the screenshot, the thumbnail picture screenshot. Sound like a professional, don't I? Right, so you can sit there. Oh, silence. So we want this bad boy. There we go. Yeah, they had another 4 bales. Health is not great. So we might have to look at what we do for them in for that. But yeah, I like the look of it. I like the look of it. Right, let's get the John Deere, which is here. Yes, cows, I know. More hay. Right. Let's have a look at how it's best to do this. I think, yeah, we'll start the loading. Don't think we need to do anything. Right, so if we turn the engine off, let's grab a couple. I don't think it'll automatically take the bales off of us, but we will see. So let's start far away, which seems logical. Not going to show all of this, but we'll do a little bit. We'll do a little bit. So if we line that up. Oh, ha, ha, ha. You son of a gun. You son of a gun. There we go. That should be close enough. As they don't roll into the ditch. That's perfecto-ish. I'd actually like to... Well, I'd like to do a lot of things in real life. But, yeah, whether it's actually easier in real life. I want to get that as close to the headboard there as we can. Let's drop those there. That's not too shabby. Right, I'll do a few more and we'll come back and have a chat. Well, so far, not going too badly. We've got, what we got? 2, 4, 6, 8. We pretty know that. On so far, strapped down when we put the last 2 on there. But yeah, generally, it's going alright. Now, there was one here, wasn't there? There we go. I'm also trying to use the joystick on the side panel, not only for the control of the telehandler, but also for the camera movement like that. There we go. Ooh, bit too far. Go. Drop that down nice and gently. Good. Now we should, he says, get all 2, 4. Yeah, we should get them all on, I think. Yeah. Think, possibly. There we go. And then spin it round, sort of judge where we are. There we go. Try there. Bit there. Bang on. Ho 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 ho. I am relatively pleased with how this is going so far. Not wanting to jinx it, or necessarily blame my own trumpet, but, you know, credit where credit's due. There. Spin it round. Go for this one here. There we go. Ooh, too close. Too close. Right. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Lovely. These 2 can go on to the side. And we'll strap them down as well. And then the last 2 we'll probably load individually onto the back. And that should work out rather blooming well. There we go. Drop that there. That'll roll into place. We'll hop out and just redo that strap there and that one there. Last 2 on the back. And then job is a good one. Last bail on. That should do nicely. So we can hop in here, and we want to be going. We can go this way, can't we? With any luck. But that actually wasn't horrific. I think any more than that, and I'd maybe not bother, and we use the auto load function that we have available. But I am actually quite pleased with that. So yeah, job's a good one. Right, can we get this in the trigger? Look at that. Perfecto. So now if we look in the old time saving stock check, 302,000. Lovely, blooming jubbly. So we need to move the trailer, get the telehandler off the field, and then we will see what else can be done today. So, yeah, it's going to make me chuckle now every time I start a clip and say so. Right, left. 2 headlands. We are going to put this on a worker. There we go. Off you pop. That should sort the weed problem out. Let's just make sure it's going to clear off and do what it's supposed to. Come on. That looks to be doing as intended. Marvellous. So field 2 and 6 have got to be done. And we need to fertilise 8 and 10. Don't need to worry about 9 anymore. So let's find... Aha. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to check the sales first, because if there is either a manure spreader... What on earth is that? Legal buffalo. Never seen that before. No good. No, it's not going to be one, is there? Everything else but, no. Anything at all? Oh, no. That, again, is only transport. So, no, don't want to come out of there, did we? We need to go into here, and I think we've got about 25,000 litres of manure, maybe. That's going to be, how much is that to lease? 3.5 grand versus buying the fur. Yeah, makes sense. Base cost per day. Okay. Right. We'll go for that. Right. Haha. So, let's get the old engine started on this vent. And we'll get filled up with manure. Like I say, we don't know how far it's going to go, but it's better than spending loads. Yes, we have to put the door up. Okie dokie. Right. I shall get filled up, and yeah, we'll start flinging some dung. Well, we seem to be getting through it at a reasonable rate. We'd only got 22,000 litres, so a bit less than I thought. So 1 and a bit full loads out of this, but we've used 21-ish%. Oof. 23% now. So yeah, we might between the 2 fields, we might just get this one done potentially. Let's have a look how we're doing. We want HB3, there we go, and we're spreading. It's, yeah, there's no point in having the cattle if we're not going to use the byproducts. Now we could, yeah, get a BGA maybe at some point, depending on how much we start to sort of create. There we go. Then that round. But yeah, I think for now this is going to be quite good. If we need to, we'll lease, well, we will lease a slurry tanker and adapter. There we go. Keep that going. Turn that on. Did we catch everything? Oh, just. It's very tree heavy, this corner of the field. Right, there we go. Right, I'll do a bit more. See how far we can get. And yeah, we'll catch up in a little while when either we're out of manure or yeah, we've managed to get further than I thought. But I've been and grabbed the remaining 6,000-ish litres out. Oh, I keep forgetting to keep my foot on the throttle. Out of the pit, we got 2 headlands done and a couple of up and down rows. So, all in all, not too bad. You'll see there's a little few bits, but what we're going to do is concentrate on where we have not been first. So we go from there. And you can kind of just see the difference in the texture. So I'm trying to be as sparing as possible, but still get all the coverage. And we've gone too far. There we go. Duper. Duper, duper, pooper. I was going to say scooper, but it's a flinger. Haha. Right, I'm confident we might actually do this. If we can just keep doing what we're doing. Checking the old slight texture change. The runs are relatively short, to be fair. There we go. Was there any in this bit? Let's do this pass first, and then we'll see what we've got left. There we go. No, it's not that one. Where are you? Hmm? Huh? How does it... Where? Okay. Are we driving... What's it doing there, then? Has it missed out this part of the field? Right, we'll freehand this bit, then. Hopefully we can... Huh. That's odd. Have another look. Yeah, there we go. And if we go back down the line on the left, there we go. We should then catch all the little bits. Please say you're going. Yes, you are. Lovely job. Oh, AI worker A has finished the task. Lovely. Right, how are we looking? So, need to grab a little bit there, there, and there, and then we can see if there's anything left to put onto field 10. But failing that, we'll have to grab a slurry spreader. So, we just had enough. In fact, we've got about 300 litres left over. You'll notice I've got the icons on because I had a horrible thought. Where's the trigger? I've leased the smallest slurry spreader tanker thing that didn't need a multitude of adapters. You know, I was gonna go with the Kaweco one. But they were all sort of like cultivator attachers, and I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want to cultivate my grass. Now, I'm hoping, and if this works, it's going to be more luck than blooming judgment. I can tell thee that. I'm just hoping it's a decent sized trigger. Otherwise, we'll be going the long way around. In fact, what we need is... Come on. That is mildly annoying, but It's not impossible. We could bump over the we could bump over the water trough, or we could drive round. Oh, I know what else we need to do. We need to move the worker on to the soybean field. So, I'll get that moved, and I'll see you when we're making our way very carefully through the cow pasture. No beef stock were harmed in the in the recording of this clip. What a faff. We might actually, what we might do is we might take a section of fence out, pop another gate in, potentially. Hopefully I'm close enough there. Oh yes, lovely jubbly. Now this will be a few runs. In fact, shall we do that now? Which way is best? Probably this side, I think. Take that section out there, maybe. Right. And save first, as we do. Right. Let's give this a whirl, shall we? Into construction. We want fences. Scroll down to the bottom. There we go. Demolition mode is B. Okay. Now, which way have we got this one? Which side of the hinges? So that's going to open outward towards us, which is okay. And we're going to have to go B and R. I think that should be fine there. And we'll cancel that. And then we go from there. Why won't it let us? Do we want to be coming this way? Certain length of section, which is mildly annoying. Where did we go before? I can't see for the wood but the trees. Right, let me sort this out and I'll be right back with you. Oh, that worker in the soybean field did not hang around. So that's that all done, which is good. Right. It's not the neatest, but it serves a purpose. So, are we going to be able to get around there? No, because I've just left everything in the blooming way. So, let's get this shifted. There we go. That can probably tuck in behind. Oh. Piss poor driving there, Cartec. Piss poor. Right. There we go. That can go there. Let's park this around here for now. Right, we're getting there, and the light is slowly going, but we're not too shabby at the minute. Right, what I do want to do as well is once we've done this, however long it's going to take, I want to top up the cows with the straw, the grass, and also the straw. So we'd better get cracking. This is the second fill up. Yeah, second fill up. That's right. I've been had a bit of a doze. I'm shattered. It's been a long week. Oh dear. Right, we're actually going pretty well. What am I doing? Need to be going back round and along this lower headland. There we go. That's what we want. Now, random conversations or random subjects. So, I have just seen a clip from, so if you're not from the UK, you probably don't know the bloke. A bit further with that. There we go. He is, his name is Martin Lewis, and he goes by the sort of name of money saving expert, and he's, you know, various different tips, tricks, saving money and all this sort of stuff. The UK have launched something called well, it's a stop scamming initiative, and all you have to do, so it's to do with your bank. All you have to do if you're in the UK, if you get a dodgy phone call and you're not sure if it's legitimately your bank calling you, you can sort of say, right, I'll call you back. And what you do is you hang up and you dial 159 from your phone, and it takes you through to an automated, almost like a voicemail type thing. You then say the name of your bank, be it like Halifax, Barclays, whatever, and it'll then put you through to the switchboard of that. And I think that it's such a simple thing, because you hear some, you know, horrible stories about people being scammed out of money, put under pressure, and all this sort of thing. I think that's actually a very simple yet effective way of preventing it. So, yeah. Dial 159. There you go. That might, you know what? We might have that as the title for the video. Dial 159. Right. I don't think we're going to have quite enough to finish the field. No, we're not. Okay. Let's have a look how far. Oh, not bad at all. Not too bad. A few little bits. So, I will go fill up, and I'll see you back in the field when we're going to finish off the second layer of fur on this one. It's the last bit of this run, and we will have enough, which is all good. I didn't actually think when we started this little job that we would have enough, so that's good. So we just need to go ahead. Let's just double check where we want to be. So over here. Get the little cruise control on so we can check. Yes, lovely. Perfect. There we go. Right, so what we need to do now is we can keep hold of this. Actually a pretty good little spreader, to be fair. Into vehicles, we need the... It's Pottinger. Yeah, it is. Return that. Lovely. Did we return? No, there we go. We can return the muck spreader. Super. Jobs are good, and it's not actually horrendously dark. But what we will do is we'll just drop this here for now. I do want to just go and pop up the grass, pop up the bedding for the cows, and then we will call it a day. See how much they take this time. Fair old bit. Lovely. Right, let's see if we can get this out of here. Bear in mind we did attach at a little bit of an angle. Right, let's get this dragged forwards. Turn into a bit of a car park, this. Right, where is our feed mixer? Round here. Ooh, hello. Hello, manure pit. Right. Let's get this backed in. There we go. In fact, we can probably just drive it in. Look at that. Get the straw dumped in. There we go. So a productive day. Nice bit of manual stacking. Bit of free fertiliser. And job is a good one. So, thank you all very, very much for watching. Thank you to the YouTube channel members and the patrons. I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.